Good morning, people. Dobry den from the Czech Republic. Hope you're all having a great morning. So, I've woken up early today. We've got the day off after 3 days of chopping all of this. Sat here next to the fruits of our labor. And I'm feeling pretty good today. I've been out for a run already. Um, I've started to cut out coffee because I noticed that I wasn't sleeping too well. And when you first go ketogenic, um, because you're reducing the amount of sugar, you have less energy in the first few days until your body transitions to burning the fat. Plus a lot of manual labor that we've been doing, I've been pretty tired, so I decided if I cut the coffee out, then maybe I'll have more consistent energy, and that is working fine. So I'm on the ginger and lemon teas in the morning. I'm still doing the intermittent fasting, so I probably won't eat until about 11 or 12 o'clock, which has been pretty good for me. And so I haven't had any refined sugar now for 3 days. I'm getting most of my energy from avocados, from zucchini, from vegetables that grow above the ground, and it's been very good. It's very good mental discipline for me. And now that I'm plant-based again, I'm feeling very good because I kind of given up on my vegetarianism for a lot of different reasons. I think in the first case, I went vegetarian for very moralistic reasons. That I really love nature. I love animals. I love my dog at home. I've had cats all my life. I've got chickens at home. And I always, like when I had my sort of my spiritual revolution, I saw that I shouldn't really apply suffering to these beings and I shouldn't consume them for my own energy. But being on the road, you meet a lot of wonderful people, and particularly in places like Morocco, these people might work the whole day just to earn the money to provide that meal for their family at night. And when they offer a place at the table for you to sit down and enjoy that meal, in my mind it creates a double negative for me to reject that meal. To say to these people, sorry, I'm morally superior to you. I don't eat meat, and then you've got the dead animal there already, and then you've got a person that's confused and upset with you when you could just sit there and enjoy that meal with them and share that energy together and make something positive. So that kind of changed my views, and I also started to think about the transfer of energy. Like all life needs energy to survive. If you're the trees, yes, you take some energy from the sun and you turn that into glucose, but they also have their roots in the ground and they take energy from all the organic matter that is decomposed. So, and you have things like Venus flytraps as well. I mean, that's a plant eating a fly. So, there isn't really so much morality in the transfer of energy. I think that becomes a human construct. That just because we perceive the suffering of an animal, we can look in its eyes, we can hear its screams, that is some way a greater suffering than pulling a potato out of the ground. And I've read some stuff that says the smell of the grass whilst it's being cut is actually the grass communicating to the other grass that it's about to die or that it is currently dying. But we don't perceive that in a way that's like shocking to us. And so therefore we don't really value that suffering as much. And there are a lot of benefits to being on a vegan diet, but there's also a lot of evidence to suggest that the complex proteins and stuff in meat helped our brain development, the increased amount of fat. So it's a very tricky subject, and I think as I developed these beliefs about the lack of morality and energy transfer, that allowed me to become a little bit weak in the times that I would consume meat, and I started not to feel good. I think I started to feel a little bit more aggressive and angry. And so since I've gone back to the plant-based diet, I feel a little bit better in my soul. And it's not to say that sometimes I won't eat meat, because if it's hunted wild and it's lived a natural life, then I don't see too much problem with it. Like, for myself, I think I still need to get my head around actually killing the animal myself, because I would still feel very very shocked at doing that, and I don't really have the right to eat the animal if I'm not prepared to kill it myself. So yeah, I'm very happy to have gone back to the plant-based, and also to veganism as well, because dairy was never good for me. It used to make me feel very heavy in my stomach, make me feel ill, but who doesn't love scoffing on some cheese every now and again? So I had to change that, and yeah, it's nice to have the day off today, because we've been working pretty hard. The tools that we've got aren't the best. Like, we've broken 2 axes since we've been here because they were quite weak. And the ones that we've got replaced don't have very heavy heads, so it's quite hard to smash through all this wood. But the rest of the work is amazing. We went out to a different patch of land yesterday where they have goats, and we just had to herd up the goats that had escaped, because the fences are all falling down, and then repair the fences. And so we're probably going to be continuing with that either tomorrow or on Monday. And I thought the work would give me some like relief from my ego and what I've been kind of suffering with at the moment, but I found it's actually given me some more time, and because I've been like destroying my body, I think it's made me a little bit weak in my mind, but it gave me a lot of time to ponder about, particularly about love, because something that came to my mind is the only difference between love and hate is trust. And it's not something I've read, it's just something that I kind of felt. Because I felt that I kind of had my trust broken in this situation. But thinking about it more, I realized that I became too attached in this relationship, and that I started to center all of my dreams and my happiness around that of another person. So as long as I was doing everything I could to make her happy, then every one of my personal goals and my own personal development kind of went out of the window. And so I stopped with my diet, I stopped with my physical exercise and working on my body, and I just focused on getting this girl everything she needed, and doing everything she needed in a hard time for her to try and build this life together. But you got to know what you can control in life, and there's some things that you don't have control of, and one of those is people. And so to attach all my potential happiness to that of another person was probably not the wisest idea. And in the times that I'm not feeling so great, my ego really flares up, and I start to think things that, like, why has she done this to me? Oh, I did so much for her. Oh, she doesn't deserve this road that I've helped build for her. But when I'm feeling good, I realize that I need to manifest this love in a different way, and that I should only really want her happiness regardless of what's happened. I shouldn't let myself turn towards the hate. And love manifests itself in many different forms, and in the soul dimension we're all connected, and everything is purity and everything is love. But in the 3D world we have to, I think, release our attachment and possession of love. So this romantic love, this I want you so much, I love you, you are my heart. If the other person doesn't want to love like that, then you can't expect that of them, and you can't force them to do that. So really I just want her to be happy. And maybe in the future when we meet and we've worked on ourselves, because I needed this time to transform myself and work on myself again. And maybe one day we can come back together and share our love in a different form and work for the things that you don't get when you're just wandering around traveling. So yeah guys, I don't have any storage space on this phone. I need to get an SD card, so the video is going to cut out. So wishing you a very, very beautiful day from the Czech Republic, and obviously all the support you've been giving me is so much appreciated. I really, really have been feeling good with it. And hopefully I'll check in with you again soon with some more ponderings. Much, much love to you people. Take it easy.